Busy couple of days. I've been on the phone to agents, I've been organising trials, taking a look at some players, but we now have a squad. Let's go meet the players. Hello everyone, welcome back to FairlyDeterminedFM with me. My name is Chris. We are now the manager of Leyton Orient, and today we play Notts County in our first game in League 2. Recently promoted Notts County, I should say. They've just come up from the National League, so it should be a good game. As I've said in the little pre-intro, I've done a lot of work to bring in some players and to build a squad. So let's go and meet some of those players. But first, we'll start with the outs. We already knew that Omar Beckles was going. He went to Slovan Bratislava. We've also got Lawrence Vigoro, who's leaving us. He's still with the squad. He doesn't move until like the 18th of August for some reason, which is ridiculous. They're two very good players, and they're they've left a bit of a leadership void in the club. So I've taken measures to fix that, and we'll get to that soon. In terms of the other outs, we'll start with Che Alexander. He's 28 years old, fullback who can play on either side of the pitch, but he wasn't really going to feature much for me. He was very much going to be a backup, and I don't think he wanted to be a backup. So he's been moved on for £28,000. And then these next two went for a bit of money. Daniel Kemp and Kyle Vassell both wanted to leave the club because we'd gotten relegated at the end of last season. They both came to me and said, if you don't sell me, I'm going to run my contract down and leave for free in the summer. And I weighed it up. They're very good players and thought, no, I'm going to sell you. I'm going to get some money. So I sold them and brought in the best part of £450,000 for them. So Daniel Kemp has gone to Lincoln. He's a very, very good winger. You know, he would have done really well in League 2, but he wanted to play in League 1. He wasn't prepared to wait and get promoted with us and do any of that. So off he goes. That's fine. And similarly with Kyle Vassell, like versatile player, primarily a striker, but could also play on the wings, which is probably where I was going to play him. Similarly, he wanted to play in League 1, so off he goes to Sheffield Wednesday. So that brought us a fair bit of cash. You know, £450,000 has been brought in by player sales. But let's look at the ins. I've spent no money. I've brought in all these players on a free, and I think that's incredible business, if I do say so myself. The big problem that I could see for the squad in the last episode was goalkeeper. We had one goalkeeper. So we only had this chap, Sam Sargent, 25-year-old backup goalkeeper, who is not of the required ability, I don't think, to be a first team choice goalkeeper. So we had to address that. And I've addressed that by bringing in this chap. Jakub Stolachik, I'm going to have real trouble saying that in the middle of a game, is our first choice goalkeeper. Got him on a free. It's £2,000 a week, and he's just very, very well-rounded. He's got excellent decisions, which are really important for goalkeepers. He's very agile. He's got great jumping reach. He's a little bit slow to get off the mark, you know, and a little bit slow top speed as well. But, you know, aerial reach is very good. He's good with one-on-ones. He's not too eccentric, which I like. Personally, I'm not a fan of eccentric goalkeepers. And I think he's going to be a star for us. And he came in for free, 22-year-old Polish chap. Wonderful. Welcome, Jacob. So the next areas I wanted to address were at the back, you know, in front of the goalkeeper. I'm a big fan of making sure that the defence is good, because if the defence is good, you're not conceding goals, and it doesn't really matter if you have the odd game where you're not scoring goals either, you know. So I like to try and get a really, really good back line. So I've brought in, also on frees, Nathan Thompson, who's a 32-year-old right back who also fits comfortably at centre back, which is where I'm going to be playing him. He's very strong. He's excellent in the tackle. He's got good work rate, good positioning. He's very brave. He's aggressive. He's got good heading on him, and importantly, he's got 16 leadership. You know, he's a bit on the old side. I don't normally sign players in their 30s, but for this level and for this quality of player, it makes perfect sense. He can also pass the ball, you know, and he's very much a me kind of player. I really, really like him. So welcome, Nathan Thompson. Next up, we have Jason McCarthy. So this guy is another right back who can play at centre back. I'm going to be playing Jason at right back though. He fills that full back on support that we've got on that right hand side quite nicely. Good work rate, good marking, good teamwork. He's faster than Nathan Thompson as well. Equally as aggressive, really. Not quite as brave. He's got a good cross on him too. Look at that, 12 in crossing, which is really, really good. So I'm looking forward to seeing him getting further up the pitch and getting some crosses in for our strikers. And also he is another one who's got some leadership about him. So he's another one who just sort of fills that leadership void that we have at the club. So these two players, I think, have done really well in bringing in, because they cover positions that we needed covering in, and they sort out that leadership hole. So welcome Jason McCarthy as well. And he's only 27 years old, so we've got him. Well, hopefully we're going to have him for a few years. Next up, we needed to sort out midfield. So I found, this was my first signing actually, Louis Thompson. Louis Thompson is another very good player. He's got all the sort of attributes that I want from my midfielders. You know, he can tackle, he can pass, he's got good work rate, good teamwork. He's decent stamina, determined, aggressive, brave. Yeah, and he's got some good player traits as well that I like. So short, simple passes, comes deep to get the ball, dictates the tempo, and he doesn't dive into tackles, which is really good. Another player sort of on the top end of what I would normally go for in terms of age. He's 28 years old. He's going to do very well. Resolute personality, which will drip down into the rest of the squad. Very happy with this signing. He is unfortunately now injured. He picked up an injury in our last friendly and he's out for the next month or so, which is really frustrating because I was looking forward to him starting the season with us, but there you go. So the next player we've brought in is Lewis Florini on loan from Manchester City. He is going to be one of our rotational centre mids. He's not very strong. He's got good passing. His dribbling's good. He's got a bit of flair about him as well. He's determined, work rate, vision, teamwork. You know, he's a decent young midfielder. So he's going to be rotating around as one of our sort of like three main midfielders over the course of the season. He's on a £5,000 a week contract at Man City. We're paying £500 a week for him, which I wouldn't be paying £5,000 a week for him. No. So yeah, welcome Lewis Florini. In terms of the squad then, it looks kind of like this. This is what our best 11 is, I think. So we re-signed Joe Hugel, Nelson Abbey and Ethan Bristow on loan just because they're very, like, you know, 3-star players at this level. They've been at the squad, they've been at the club already, so there's less upheaval in terms of coming into a team, completely gutting it and bringing in 11 brand new players to try and play. You know, that's never really a good thing to do, I don't think, unless, you know, the squad really, really needs it. We had to bring in a few players, but I wanted to keep the core of some of these players around. So that's what we've done. You'll see here that Paul Smythe and Dan Happ are also angling for a move. They haven't yet come to me to say that they're going to play out their contract. I don't know what I'm going to do if they decide to do that. So defensive mid was another position that I wanted to strengthen in. I couldn't find anyone really, but we already had here Callum Riley, Hector Cipriano and Faisal Betash, who all three of them can play defensive mid, midfield, defensive mid or centre mid. So I sort of decided with those three players, I didn't really need to bring in a defensive midfielder. So I haven't. I've promoted this chap from the youth team, Daniel Nkrumah. He's been really good in pre-season. He's going to feature probably in the cups. He's going to get the occasional outing in the first team squad as well. He's just a good young winger. You know, he's got a lot of decent physicals. His mentals are okay. You know, his technicals obviously need a bit of work, but I think coming on for 15, 20 minutes at the end of the match that we've sort of already sewn up will do him a lot of good in terms of experience. I've also made some changes to the backroom staff. We were very low in pretty much everything. So we're still not the best in the league. I like all these bars to be yellow, but I couldn't get the players in. The board are a bit stingy with money here at Leyton Orient, it's got to be said. They were only allowing me to offer £600 for a head of youth development, which wasn't enough to bring in anyone really, really good. We were top of the league in terms of the odds to go up already, but with those signings, it's shortened the odds quite significantly. But yeah, we're comfortable favourites to go up, which is pretty cool. There is still time in the transfer window. I do still want to bring in some players. So looking at the squad depth, I do want to bring in another winger, another left. I do want to bring in another wide player who could potentially play both sides, and possibly another striker. And we do have a fair bit of money in the transfer budget and £9,000 in the wage budget. You know, I think for that kind of money, I think I can bring in some decent players. So that's going to be on the cards. Anyway, enough sodding rambling. Let's get on with the game. Today we are playing Notts County, our first game in League Two. They got promoted at the end of last season. Can we get a win, our first win in the league, to set us up for a tilt at the promotion? It's time to kick off. See, I'm already in love with League Two because the referees actually wear sensible kit colours that don't clash with squad colours, which is nice. That bloody grey referees kit down in National North kept confusing the hell out of me. Throw into us. Riley has got the ball and he plays it forward to Hugel. There's Florini and he plays in Dobra. Dobra for our first shot and our first goal of the season. Armando Dobra gets Leyton Orient's first goal of the campaign. What a bit of football that was. Brilliant stuff. Riley plays that ball forward to Hugill. Hugill finds Florini, and then Florini with a first-time pass. Armando Dobra's in acres of space, and he couldn't really miss. 1-0 to Leyton Orient. Come on. God, good stuff. Good stuff. Dobra's got the ball now, plays it back to McCarthy, who plays it to Thompson. Here's Cipriano. Riley, Dobra's in again, and it's nearly 2, but he was offside. Oh, that was nearly 2. Armando Dobra could turn out to be a bit of a gem. He was here already as well. He wasn't getting in because Kemp was there. It's a missed header there from Hap. He just wasn't getting into the squad because Kemp was around and he was really, really good. So it's good to see that they had some quality just sort of lying around that I can make use of. Another highlight now. Hap plays that ball forward to Riley, who's going to run with it. And he plays in Smythe with an excellent ball. It's a lunging tackle there. What's Smythe going to do here? He's going to lay it back to Hugill. And there's Dobra at the back. Is he going to get this in? He's back to Smythe. Oh, my word. Off the line. We're playing very, very well again. I say we're playing very, very well again. We played really well throughout pre-season, and it looks like the form is just going to continue. Riley plays in Smythe. Whoa. Riley is at the centre of everything today. Riley and Florini. I think it's just this system that I've sort of lucked into. It just seems to suit this game. There's Smythe at the back post. What a pass that was from Dobra. Blimey. Right along the face of the goal. Keeper couldn't do anything about it. Oh, brilliant. As Florini just passes that ball into space. Dobra's on it. Carves out a little opening, and it just bypasses every single one in the box until it hits Smythe's foot, and in it goes. 2-0 just before the break. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Dobra is looking a little bit tired, and he does have a yellow card, so that could be something we have to address. Let's go out for the second half. Actually, I was going to change that. Just bring that down ever so slightly. Pretty standard move at this point. It's 2-0 to the good. We find ourselves top of the league, probably on goal difference. Right. It's a corner for Notts County now, and that is off the bar from Wootton. He was unmarked. I do not like that. Stolicic plays that ball forward to Thompson. There's McCarthy now. Forward to Dobra. What's Dobra going to do? He's going to make a little run. Hugill is in over the top. And there's Riley, and it's 3-0. Callum Riley with a thundercracker from the edge of the box. Blimey, Notts County. I had a save with Notts County in FM20, I think. It was meant to be a manager's journey type thing. And I just ended up staying with them for 20 years. We won everything there was to win. Champions League, Premier League, all of it. Brilliant. So, I'm enjoying the fact that we're 3-0 up. But also, there's a little part of me that's like, oh, Notts County. Of course, this isn't my Notts County team. Whatever. You know what I mean. Right, I'm going to take Dobra off because he's booked and a little bit tired. So as well as he's been playing, I'm going to take him off, switch Smythe over to that side, and then I'm going to bring on Daniel Nkrumah to replace him. In terms of other subs, I think that's probably about it. McCarthy maybe could do with a bit of a break, actually. Yeah, and I'll bring on Jenkinson, I think. So we'll make those 2 subs. Just lower the temper down a bit as well. No, not lower the temper down. We're just going to stop running at the defence so much as well. We're 3-0 up. I don't think we need to be quite so busy. Why have I got the friendly scores up there? Let's have the League 2 scores, please. Thank you. And I'm going to check how Spennymoor are doing at the end of this game as well. Playing it out from the back, as we're wont to do. Hap running forward to that ball. Here's Bristow, and he plays that into Riley. Back to Bristow, who's we're just going to knock it around at the back. You know, we're in no rush. Hugill finds Smythe, does he? No, it's cut out by their defence, and they've got a chance to work it out from the back themselves. I just pumped that forward, and Scrimshaw has brought that out brilliantly. What a goal that is. Well done, Scrimshaw. He's just plucked that out of the air, put it onto his right foot, and bashed it into the back of the net. Fair play. Corner to us. Riley swings us in. Hugill's at the back post, and it's just over. Comes off the bar. Uh-oh. Free kick now. Stolicic plucks it out of the air, and he's going to pump that forward for some reason. I would have preferred you not to do that, Stolicic, because you've just given them a chance to attack us again, which isn't what I want. 3-1 up with 13 minutes to go. They're knocking the ball around, but we've won it back. Smythe plays it into Hugill. Back to Smythe. Smythe's going to run into the defence, and it's 4-1. I needn't have worried. Paul Smythe playing a nice bit of 1-2 football with Joe Hugill, and it's 4-1 to Leyton Orient. I'm going to put this down to balanced, and we're just going to shut up and see this game out for the next 13. It's a great little goal as well. Just good stuff. Good stuff. 4-1. We should be top of the league on that. We are top of the league on that. Right, I'm going to lower the tempo. Start wasting some time. The usual stuff. Hugill is in. Has he broken the offside trap there? He has, and it's a corner. I thought he was just offside. Riley swings this in, and it's headed away by Kinsella. I haven't actually done anything with my corner routines. That's poor. Need to fix that. And Kruma gets that ball away, and Batash is on it. And we've got a chance to break here. It's 3-on-3 at the back, although they're now getting some players back. And that move might have just broken down a tiny little bit. Hugill now, though. Smythe at the back. It's 5-1. Joe Hugill and Paul Smythe combine again to get the ball in the back of the net. Brilliant stuff. And Kruma played a good part in this game, in this move as well, getting that ball into Hugill. Another low cross, and Smythe, it's just his movement, his off the ball must be pretty good. He just completely slips those two defenders. 5-1. 5-1. This is a real statement of intent, I think, for the season. And that's that. 5-1 winners away. There aren't going to be many teams who are going to want to face us if we can put out these performances consistently. Let's have a quick look and see how Spennymoor got on in their first game. Spennymoor won their first game. Get him. Well done, boys. 2-1 against Wrexham. Frank Mulhern with both goals. Oh, Frankie boy. I did look at Frank Mulhern as a possible signing, but he just wasn't. Yeah. He wasn't quite there. They've got him listed. What are they doing? Idiots. Idiots. He scored 30-odd goals last season. 28 goals. He scored 28 goals last season. You're trying to sell him. Oh, massacring my squad. Anyway, back here with the squad we're currently at. Leyton Orient, top of the league. 1 from 1. 5 goals scored. Couldn't ask for more. I think we'll come back for the Port Vale and Accrington games towards the end of September. That's going to be in the next episode. We've got QPR in the Carabao Cup first round next. That's going to be tough. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, let me know what you thought down in the comments. Subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you very, very soon for some more Leyton Orient.